Hi, students. I'm sorry I'm not here today. I am doing some stuff for my mother-in-law. She needs to go to the doctor, and I need to take her. So that is why I'm not here today on this new semester. If you are just now joining our class, welcome. And I hope that you will be comfortable here and will be successful in your second semester of anatomy and physiology. I wanted to take some time to go over some new procedures and policies that we're going to have. And hopefully, although they may seem not cool, I think they will help you be more successful in class. So I wanted to go over each one of them separately. And you actually have a Google form on the home page. Sorry about that. You have a Google form on the home page where it's going to ask you, as I go through each one of these items, to click a button to acknowledge that you have indeed understand the new procedure and the new policy. You may choose not to do it, but that's different than just saying you understand how it works. And that's all I'm asking you to do with this. Once you submit the Google form, then I have the documentation. And if there's ever a question that we need to talk about some things, then I'll have it to refresh with you. I will also put all of these procedures in a PDF file that I will load onto the Canvas homepage at a later date. So go ahead and go to the home page. I can't show you now because this is before the new semester and they're reloading all the Canvas things. But you know where the home page is at this point, and open up the Google form there that says the revised guidelines, and we'll follow along, and so I can explain a little more detail together. So put your name in there, and then the next thing you're going to see is a section on class expectations. So this is what kind of some new things, revised things of the classroom expectations. As far as the counting present, your attendance if you're not on campus. So if you're a remote student watching this, or you happen to have to go in quarantine or whatever, I'm no longer going to count attendance just by you showing up on Canvas. You actually need to do the day's work to be counted present. I've been getting a lot of emails from people about, well, this person isn't passing, but they're counted present every day. Well, you've got to do work instead of just showing up on Canvas. So that's one change. So if you'll read through that and then just click the I understand, the new attendance recording policy, then it'll take you to the next item. Now, there may be days where there's more than one thing, like if we have digital notes that day that you're turning in, plus you're working on an assignment, either one of those submissions will count for your attendance that day. So click that and go through, and so you can get to the next thing. If you do have a concern about me or your grade in the class or something that's going on in the classroom, then my expectation is you'll talk to me first about what's going on. Show me the courtesy of that. When you go talk to other people first, like Ms. Shields or Miss Beckham or Mr. Smith, and then they come to me with that shows a lack of respect to me. And so I just wanted to be clear that that is my expectation. Or don't complain about me to another teacher where they can hear it. They're going to come talk to me about it. And again, that shows a very much of a lack of respect. If you have an issue, be an adult and talk to me, as an adult to adult. We can talk calmly about something. It doesn't have to be bad or anything. I'm not going to be mean to you, but communicate with me is all I'm asking for. So just click that box there that you understand that, and then you can go to the next page. Okay, the freaking phones. I've been pretty lax lately about the phones, but it's really a concern. And, as I've said before, it's a privilege for you to be able to have that out at your desk while you're working. So I'm going to be a stickler on this from now on. So just be warned, okay? If you're to use your phone, you have to be passing the class. And if you want to listen to music while you work, I don't have a problem with that if you're passing. If you're not passing, your phone should not be out on the desk. Once you do start passing, then you can use it for music, but you're not to be watching movies, TV shows, TikTok videos, and all that other garbage while you're trying to work. That's just pointless. When I'm going over notes, which I'll be doing throughout the module, then I do not expect you to have your phone out. Even if you are passing, you need to keep it out, gone while I'm talking. Also, wearing listening devices in your ears. Those should not be in your ears at all if you're not passing. And if you are, they shouldn't be in your ears while I'm talking or going over notes. Once I'm done with that and you are passing, then you can get those out and use them to listen to your music on your phone. But that's it. So I know this is probably the biggest thing that you don't like, but it all boils down to you paying attention and doing your work while you're here. When that doesn't happen, it doesn't happen at home. Y'all don't typically do work at home, which is fine because I give you plenty of time in class to do that if you actually do the work and concentrate and focus and don't mess around in class. So that's part of the messing around in class that has been pretty rampant and very not beneficial to you at all. So read through that, check that I understand the new phone use policy. Click the next button, and these are consequences. If you decide to disregard that, then you'll be asked to put your phone in the door hanger, which is on my door to my office. If you refuse to do so, then you will be asked to go speak with an administrator, first Mr. Smith. So click that box and move on. During class, I expect that you are working on anatomy and physiology work. This is anatomy and physiology class. It's not history class. It's not English class. It's not PBR class. It's not math class. It's not Spanish or whatever else class you're working you have. If you're not done with my work, then you should not be doing another teacher's work. Again, a lack of respect for me and for the class. If you've finished your work for the day and you've submitted it and you've got free time, then by all means, you can work on other work or watch a movie on your phone if you're passing. But you've got to take care of business first before you get the privilege of doing other things like that. So that's pretty blunt and to the point there. I will be walking around checking to see, are you done? What are you working on? Are you working on English? Then put it away and do my work. If you refuse, then you'll go talk to an administrator. So click this box here that says you understand that I expect you to be working on A&P during A&P class. The next section involves some things with Canvas and Aspen, and I kind of just accumulated a list of things that I saw during the course of the first semester that people maybe weren't understanding or just didn't do. So here's some things in this section. The first one is about several times I got emails from students that said, oh, a month ago I had COVID and I couldn't do my work. Can you unlock everything from a month ago? That's not appropriate. If I understand things happen in your life, you may get COVID, you may get other illnesses. People in your family may pass and you have to go to funerals and those sorts of things. I get that. Those things happen in my life too. But this is what I would like for you to do. If something happens in your life like that, please tell me as soon as possible. You do not have to give me all the gory details. They're none of my business. But if you say, hey, I had a family emergency today or last night and I couldn't do my work, I am a compassionate person. But when you wait until a month, 6 weeks down the road, that tells me that you're just trying to get away with not doing work and all of a sudden now you want to do work. So if you don't communicate with me within 3 days after something has happened to you in your life, then I'm not going to unlock things. You need to communicate with me. Again, it's all about, like before, if you have an issue, come talk to me first. Come talk to me and communicate with me. Your teachers want to help you be successful, but when you do stuff like this and don't communicate with us first, then it's really hard to really do some of that stuff for you. Okay, so click here. I understand that I need to communicate with Mrs. Kelm ASAP if something unusual happens in my life to prevent me from doing my work. And if 3 days have passed and I have not communicated, then assignments will not be unlocked. The next section talks about the late grade form, where it's located, just making sure you know it's in the Canvas homepage. Right now, this is an old, our current module. Let me go back here to the homepage. And it's not going to change as far as what it looks like. But here is the late grade form, it will still have this button as before. So that's where it is on Canvas. You click that and you fill it out. You must submit a late grade form for any applicable late work or it will not be graded. So here you're checking, I understand where it's located, and then I understand I have to submit a form with any late work or it will not be graded. I can't tell you how many assignments I saw sitting there that have been submitted, but there was no late grade form. And I was very distinct. I said it many, many times about what you have to do for that. And so I did not grade it. So you have got to do that. You've got to learn to follow procedure. The next section is talking about what is my grade? What do I have in your class, or what am I missing? I got those emails a lot. So if you want to know what your grade is or what assignments you're missing, you need to go to Aspen. That's why I put the link on the homepage. There's an Aspen icon there. You can click it and log in and see everything. If you have not really done that and don't know what you're looking at, then I can help you with that this first part of the semester. If you do send me a Canvas or Google email asking me what's my grade or what am I missing, I'm just not going to answer it. I'm not going to take the time to reply and say, check Aspen. I'm trying to streamline this kind of stuff as much as possible so I can be out there talking with you, helping you, working with you on some stuff. That's why I'm doing all this stuff, all these things. So you're going to be clicking, I understand it's my responsibility to log into Aspen to check my grade and missing work. I understand where to find the link to Aspen. I understand that I will not answer the email if you ask me what those are. So if you go back to the home page, the picture there, here's the Aspen icon. You click that to get to Aspen. If you can't log in or you've forgotten stuff or whatever, then we can help you get your login ID rather quickly. So click those three things and we'll move on. In the modules, I had people doing stuff all over the place and not understanding how to move through the modules. So this is to make sure you understand that. The assignments in the modules are in order of how they should be completed. So when you finish something, just click the next button at the bottom of the page. You will get to the next assignment. If it cycles back on stuff you've already done before, then that means you have not finished a quiz or made the correct grade before you can proceed. I'm also giving you a calendar, and I'll talk about that here in a minute, that will help you keep on track of what you should be doing each day. So if you don't see something, it's because you haven't finished or made the right grade for it. So be sure you click there. I understand how to progress through the modules. I also got several emails. Well, I didn't know we had any work that day. Well, here I'm going to tell you right now, we will have some sort of assignment every day of class, and that has been that way since the beginning of school, including virtual Fridays. Virtual Fridays are not free days. You still have work you're supposed to be doing and turning in, and that's your attendance, remember. So don't forget about Friday. It's not a free day off. Every day that you don't do work will put you farther and farther behind, and so it's important that you get on Canvas. This is especially if you're a remote student. Every day that you're supposed to have my class and see what you need to be doing and do it and turn it in. So click that you understand that. As far as communicating with me, the fastest way that I see a request from you is in Canvas. I'm usually, when I'm up here, and I promise you, I will not be here up here as much as I was the first semester. But when I am up here, usually I have Canvas open and I can see in the inbox that there's an email from people. So I don't check Gmail all the time, all day. So the best way is through Canvas email. So I'll check that first. So if you have something you need to communicate with me, please, please, please use Canvas. It's just much easier and much quicker on as far as a response time from me. So click that box. I've mentioned this a couple times in class, but if you're new to the class and have been remote, you may not know this, but I do not do schoolwork on evenings or on the weekends or on holidays or if I've taken the day off. So if you can go ahead and email me something, a question or something like that, but just know that I'm not going to answer it during those times. Usually I get up during the week. I'll get up about 4:30, and I may answer an email at that point, or like at 5 or so, just to have some free time. I'll just check it real quick. But most of the time I'm waiting until I get to school to do that. So if you have an emergency about an assignment that's been, something that has come up, just remember I won't answer till the next day. So click that one. The next section is talking about how I've made some changes to the workflow of how we're doing work. So I'm not going to do YouTube videos on the notes anymore in Edpuzzle. I know you're really happy about that because some of those got long, and I realized that. And so again, I was trying to think of ways to make changes to help you out. I kind of started doing this late in the first semester, but from now on, what I'm going to do is within the module, within the mission, there may be a day here and there that I will be giving lecture in class. We'll do it together. There still will be the digital notes that'll look the same, but we'll do it together. And so as you fill those, drag those boxes over to the correct one in the digital note, you're just going to submit that in Canvas as your assignment, and that will be a daily grade. So that is like a super easy, no-brainer way to get 100 for that assignment. If we have, usually there's 3 sets of notes in a topic. There may be 2, but usually there's 3. So I will combine all of those for one daily grade.
It's 4:45 again. It is 4:45. Have a good weekend. Y'all be safe. Stay away from the COVID. And we'll see y'all Tuesday.
The first class of a lecture day, what I'm going to do is open up a Zoom classroom, share my screen, and record my giving the lecture over the notes. I'll then post that Zoom link so that you can access that. If you're a remote student, you can access the actual lecture I did in class with my screen going through the PowerPoint presentation. If you want to join in the Zoom class, like so during class, regular scheduled time, you want to join in and listen to it live, you can do so. You just need to let me know ahead of time so that I can let you in the class. If I'm in the middle of a lecture and you try to join, I'm not going to stop and let you come in, okay, and bring you in from the waiting room. You need to do it at the very beginning of class. And the dates that I'll be doing the lecture will be posted on the calendar. So you'll know ahead of time when I'll be doing lecture. If I have a change, if there's a change in the schedule for some reason, I will let you know through email. Where do you join Zoom class? Okay, go back to the homepage. It's right next to Aspen, and it says Zoom. You can't miss it. So click that. It should take you straight to the Zoom room, and it will ask me to let you in. So just click that. I understand all of those things. Notes will now be live or recorded in Zoom room chat. To get the daily grade, you must submit the completed digital notes within the Canvas assignment. You know where the Zoom class link is located, and you know how the notes daily grade is made up. You'll still have some videos to watch before you take the pre-launch, but they will be much shorter. They're crash course videos, and so they're no more than about 10 minutes each. There are some Edpuzzle questions in there, but that's just another way for you to get an easy grade. You'll do the vocab review game just like before, and then those things, the Edpuzzles and the vocab, will be one daily grade that's in the Engage section. So just click that you understand about that. And the last thing here, I mentioned it a minute ago, I will include a calendar of due dates for the current mission on the Canvas homepage. I'll have a separate one for Monday, Wednesday, and then a separate one for Tuesday, Thursday, so that you have the exact due dates of your assignments. So click that one box and then do next, and we're at the last section, which is the new late work policy. I found I was grading more work late than turned in on time, and that's a problem. That should not be the case. So I decided that I'm not going to take late work anymore unless you have some points. And so I have a new program to kind of manage this a little bit better for you and for me. So what you're basically going to be earning points for each assignment that you turn in on time. You'll earn 5 points. You can use, once you accrue or get enough points, you can buy a late pass. And that late pass will allow you to have the free 1 week like you had the first semester. But you have to earn points to buy that late pass. It will cost 20 points. So basically doing 4 assignments on time will earn you enough points to get a late pass for an assignment. Each time, let's see, I just said that each assignment will be worth 5 points. I'm actually going to give everybody 10 points at the beginning of the semester just to kind of help you out on this new policy so we can get used to it easier. Once you've used the points, they're done. You have to earn more points to do more late work. So these are several boxes that you need to check. I understand that late work is no longer being accepted unless I have enough points. You understand how to get points and how many you must use to turn in late work. You understand you'll receive 10 free points at the beginning, that you only get 1 week to turn in the late work if you decide to use the points, and that once they are used, they are gone. The next topic is talking about how to fill out a form. So when you get enough points for late work and you want to use them, you must fill out what's called an unlock request form, and I'll put a link to that on the homepage near the late grade form, so they're right there together. Once you submit that, I'll reply with a confirmation that says, yes, you've got enough points, and then you can take your week, and then once you turn it in within the week, though, you still need a late grade form. If I don't get it, it's not graded. So check, I understand how to request that assignments be unlocked, and I understand that I still must submit a late grade form. I've always let you do corrections, and I will still allow that, but you will need to use points for that. It will cost you 10 points to make corrections on an assignment. So the same points you get from turning in, you can use for to make corrections. You'll fill out the same unlock request form, but on there it says you're going to use it for either a late form or a correction. So you'll just click the corrections box, fill out the name of the assignment you're trying to correct. Once you submit that, I'll reply with a confirmation, and then we'll unlock it for you, and you can do the corrections and again turn in a late grade form when you submit it. That stuff hasn't changed at all from the first semester. And so you have 2 boxes here. I understand I can make corrections on any work that has been graded within a week of the original due date, and then you understand the procedure of how to make corrections on work that is turned in. So that is pretty much it. I know there's a lot of new things, and you may not like any of them or all of them, but I really feel like this is going to help you be a better student and be more successful in the class and allow me to be more accessible to you. It took me a while to figure out how to be a teacher of remote and in-class students. So these changes are for me as well as for you to help me be a better teacher to you. So thanks for hanging in there with this. Be sure and submit this form so I have it on record. And we will move on with the very first thing to do for this new mission, which is about transport. So we'll be studying the circulatory system and the respiratory system in this 4th 6 weeks period. So I will see you on Thursday, and if you're an in-class student, and take care.